A new season of TOECAR is right around the corner, so today we'll be taking a look at some drivers to look out for and make some predictions for who will make the playoffs for Season 4 of the TOECAR Splint Cup season. Few things to bring up first. I will only be doing the Splint Cup series. Why? Because I said so. And there is no real defined number on how many drivers make the playoffs, but the average is usually around 12 to 13. So, I'll make 12 predictions in total. So let's start with a few obvious picks, in my opinion. But who first? You know what? To start us off, let's go with the 9 of Wyatt Wilkinson. I think Wilkinson is one of the best drivers in the series right now. Why? 5 top 10s in his debut season of Splint Cup. That's impressive. Now, I could go on about his stats, but if I do, I'll be here forever. I'm honestly finding it hard to give a reason to not pick him. Now, I guess you could say the same for my next pick. Brody Easymac. This guy, ever since he was called up to replace Brody Kraft in the 48 back in Season 2, has always been consistent. He may have never won a race yet, but if you get 7 top 10s and keep your team in the Cup Series, I think that's a good enough case for him. And speaking of never winning a race, let's move on to pick number 3, Dale Earnhardt. He's been often considered underrated and unfortunately winless, yet he always finds a way in. What makes it more frustrating is that, in my opinion, he should have won Indianapolis. He was robbed. Regardless, I think he's made a strong statement so far in his Splint Cup career. Getting 5 top 10s and finishing 14th in points last season is a good start. But I'm expecting to see something bigger from Earnhardt this season. Look out for him. Alright, here's another obvious one. I think Shaquille O'Neal will make the playoffs. And hey, when your career stats have you both times making the playoffs, how can you not be considered a threat? You know, I consider Shaquille one of the top 10 best drivers in TOECAR. And now that he has a win under his belt, let's see how he will do in year 3. Lightning can strike twice, but 3 times? Who knows? It can happen. But if anyone can pull it off, it's this guy. So, who next? I think Preston DeWall will make the playoffs for the 2nd season in a row. His debut in Splint Cup was impressive. 6 top 10s to lead the series, and as a bonus, the TOECAR tournament winner, which he would end up using during the season, but I mean, at least he won it. The only thing he didn't get last season was a winner's trophy, but who says he can't win a race? Just don't have a sophomore slump, Preston. Please don't. Okay, now let's pick some new faces in the Splint Cup series. Starting with the Orb. Out of all the new faces in the series, of course the top guy to look out for is this guy. The Orb was without a doubt one of the best drivers in the Truck Series last season. 2 wins, most top 5s and top 10s, and the first Trucks tournament winner. You know, with stats like these, it's quite clear that the Orb is going to be a force to reckon with. Because if the Orb doesn't succeed, I honestly don't know what to say. Alright, next Truck Series driver. Let's go with malnourished Marcus Morgan. When you are on a hunger strike, you can get pretty desperate. Marcus clearly showed that last season. His stats consists of 3 top 5s, of which consisted of 2 second-place finishes and a third-place finish. And those results were enough for him to finish 8th in the standings. You can clearly see that his potential is shown with his consistency and the results of coming up short. And now that he's technically eaten a trophy, I think he's hungry for a bigger challenge next season. So yeah, Marcus Morgan, he will be in the playoffs. Alright, next Truck Series driver. Let's go with Jeff Gordon. This one is a mysterious pick, but let me explain. His stats weren't great with him only having 2 top 10s, but also weren't bad thanks to his win at Talladega, which arguably saved his season. In TOECAR, there's always that one driver that unexpectedly breaks through in Splint Cup, and I think this is where Gordon, in a new number and a new scheme, will succeed. And I didn't pick him because he's currently my favorite Splint Cup driver. Totally not. Alright, get ready for an interesting pick. Because for my next pick, I've gone with Tathrima Sato. No, this is not a joke. And no, I'm not getting paid to say this. Many people clown on Tathrima Sato for being a daddy's money driver, which, yeah, he is, but I think last season gave him a chance to break free and reset himself. Last season had some highs, some lows, some in-between moments, but in the end resulted in a 14th place finish for him. One thing to remember is that going into last season, Tathrima stated clearly that he wanted to get back into the Cup Series. Which he has, but I don't think he's done yet. Tathrima will be going into this season with a point to prove that this is the year Tathrima will make it into the playoffs on his own. And if not, then Daddy himself will no doubt buy him a spot in the playoffs. Alright, 3 spots left. Alright, I've kept you guys in the dark about this one for long enough. Your defending champion, let me get in ya, will make the playoffs. TOECAR title defense is very hit or miss in TOECAR. You can have good luck like Zach Outback, or bad luck like Rusted and Ketchup. When it comes to title defending in the Splint Cup, to be precise, it has so far been successful. Tyrese Halifax made the playoffs after winning the championship, and so did Zach Outback the next season. He'll need to keep up the form this season, including getting a win, which is, shockingly, something that Lemmy hasn't got yet. Whether it's through a win or just on consistency, I can see him getting it done. 2 legit spots left. And as you can tell, there is a lot of noticeable drivers that I have not said anything about yet. But I think this next pick is gonna make a lot of you happy. I think Harold Klott will make the playoffs. Yep, I knew you would like that one. The geezer himself, now at 99 years young, has gotten a second chance in the Cup Series. And this time without a fan vote to help him. Whilst he has been bouncing from series to series, his stats have been getting better and better over the seasons, including last season, which was his best season to date with his highest points finish ever. So far, his career has given him many times coming up short, but I think he's been building up something for this season, something that just might give him his long-awaited first win. Let's hope he makes all the centenarians proud. And I mean, come on, would you not pick Harold Klott? Yeah, thought so. Alright, one last spot. Who will take the last playoff spot? Well, I went for somebody with experience. And I went back and forth on this driver for a long time. But in the end, I went with Tatuma Sato. So, why did I pick him, and why did I leave him till last? Well, it's no secret that Season 3 was his worst season. But if there's one takeaway from last season, is that you should never underestimate Tatuma. Mainly because Tatuma is amongst one of the very few drivers to stay in Splint Cup their entire career, which in of itself is an elite accomplishment. He's got a lot to prove that he still has it in him, and I think Daddy's still got it. I have faith in Tatuma. Go get him. So there you go, my picks for the TOECAR playoffs. Did your favorite driver make the list? Do you agree or disagree with my picks? Feel free to let me know. Prior to the start of the season finale, I'll take a look at my picks to see who I got right and who I got horribly wrong. Until next time, thanks for watching. Pray for Mario Zandretti.